Hi, babies. I'm G, the host of Settle Down for What podcast. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should do that at Settle Down for What pod. And then from there, you can find my personal page if you just are so intrigued by me and you just can't even imagine what I do with myself and my life and the things and places and people. I mean, I am just such an interesting person. You have to follow me. Kind of kidding, but like kind of not. But I was pretty much kidding when I said that. But I do feel like I'm pretty cool for being real. Um, Welcome back, y'all. I'm trying to stay a little more consistent with recording because I feel like I kind of just started this momentum with the last two episodes. If you haven't seen it with my friend Linda as a guest, definitely go check those out. Episode 12 and 13. Really, really awesome conversations. Really the stuff that I want to be diving into with people. I say this all the time, but it's like I can only talk about so much like by myself. Which just the idea of a podcast is just hilarious to me, honestly. Um, because I'm literally talking to myself. But why does it feel so right? I think that's the more concerning part. It feels so fine and normal. Like there's something like off there. There has to be, because I'm just like picturing like I don't know, like people from like back in the day, like doing something like this alone. Wouldn't that be weird? I don't know. Maybe they did stuff like this. I mean, obviously they weren't able to record before all this stuff came out, but like, I don't know. You just wonder, right? Well, I don't know if you do, but I do. I'm always wondering constantly, and I really actually love that quality about myself. There's a song by, I haven't heard it in so long, and I haven't listened to it in so long. I haven't listened to this band in so long, but Hillsong. I think it's called Wonder. And that song has always really stuck with me because it's about just like not losing the wonder of life. And I feel so blessed that I haven't lost that. I think there have been definitely moments where I have, and things that have happened to me or experiences that I've been through that it kind of, yeah, certain things do make you like lose that kind of like, I want to say lust for life, but is that a thing or am I making that up and I sound really weird? Lust for life? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little sweaty. I'm a little sweaty. So if you're watching and you can see the sweat and the glistening, I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Um, but yeah, wonder. Wonder is so cool. And I don't even know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Um, but I feel like it's just, yeah, just this like hope kind of like, I don't, see, this is why I need someone else with me to be like, yeah, no, totally. Like, I totally agree. And this is how I feel about it. Ba, ba, ba. But, it's just me. And maybe you're saying that out loud right now. Do you know what I'm talking about? The hope and the wonder of life. Do you have it? Do you not? Do you don't even know what I'm talking about? Or did you have it? Did you lose it? Do you want it back? If you've never had it, do you want it? I don't have the answers on how to get it, but man, let me think actually for a second. Why do I have that and how do I have that? Hmm. I don't want to sound corny, but like I do believe. Do I believe this? I think I believe I was made that way. But then it's like, what if somebody else doesn't have that quality? And then they're like, well, why wasn't I made like that? So I'm like, was I? I'll say this. I do believe that God has placed a light inside of me. And I think that that light radiates. So I guess it's from God. However, I definitely have like cultivated it, if that makes sense. Which this is a really interesting topic that I feel like I'm getting into right now. Because, and yeah, I'm wondering what people will think about this. I remember there was a time where I was like just really, really like just entrenched in like religion and Bible and church and all that. And I do believe like I really loved God at that time. I still do, but it's different now. But and I tend to like take things to an extreme. So I feel like there was a time where I wasn't giving myself any credit. I was only giving God the credit. And some people might right now just be like, well, yeah, you can't, like, God is the only one to give the credit to. And that's okay if you believe that. I don't believe that anymore. Like, part of me is like, in my head, I like see, like, and hear people going, but I feel really good about it and confident about it. And I love that I can speak honestly about my beliefs. Yeah, I think I'm still kind of like working it all out, but I think I've come to a place of like, I do believe God like puts things into place, and at the same time I also believe that like we as humans, and he's giving us responsibilities, like we carry it out. We like cultivate whatever he like placed, and we like make it grow. I'm not saying he like places it there and then like disappears. I think he's with you in it, but yeah, I just and if Linda was here, I could bring up a period of time where like it's so funny. Oh my gosh, the way I've like impacted her, and like sometimes I feel kind of bad. She would be like, "No, don't feel bad," but and not that it's bad necessarily, but I used to just feel really passionate about like when people like when people would say like give themselves credit, and I'd be like, no, like I want to make sure to give God the credit. Always give God the credit. Like it's only because of God that I can do this. And it, yeah. Oh, this is an interesting subject, because I really think that like it can get fuzzy, but I'm not trying to make it sound that way. I think that if we take ourselves too much out of it, we almost just like lose our confidence in ourselves. I do think it's important to have confidence in ourselves. I know that a lot of like people in the Christian faith like have the confidence of God and the confidence in God, and like amazing. Like God is always going to come through. Like that's just the truth. But then I think that can get like kind of like that line can get kind of fuzzy, where then you're like you can't like be proud of yourself at all, because it's not you, it's God. So yeah, I might be alone in this thinking, like amongst my friends. I don't think I've really talked about this with my friends or others that like share the same faith, but wow, I'm just thinking like, I wonder, because I'm talking about God, like my YouTube video is not gonna be like in the algorithm, which is really sad. Um, like because I'm talking about it so early on in the episode. I don't really know how the algorithm works. I just know that when I watch other podcasts and they like curse in the beginning, of the video, they have to like block it out because they'll get demonetized if they keep the curse word in. So I'm like, is God a curse word pretty much to the world? But yeah, I am proud of myself for so many reasons, and I also thank God for so many things, and so I also thank him for so much of what I'm proud of myself about, if that makes sense. And I think he's like super cool with that. I think he's like really proud of me too. So, yeah, just just on that constant wave of kind of reconstructing beliefs I held onto really tightly most of my life. Um, and I'm proud of myself for that. So yeah, it's really cool. I would definitely encourage my listeners and people all around the world in all different cultures and religions to like really really step back and like take, I'm not saying step out of, I'm just saying take a step back to kind of like see and be like, what am I doing? Like, wait, and am I just like going with the flow? Like, am I just, I mean, I love going with the flow, so I don't want to use that. Am I just on like autopilot, like just like going through the motions? Because that is so, it is so easy to like just start going through the motions. And then you just, it's such a crazy thing the way our mind works, because we're going through the motions and we just feel like the motions, that's right, it's truth, it's good, this is what I do. But I really feel like that's not always true. And like, I think that like just taking a seat, taking a break, being still, being silent, like is so important, because it allows you to be present, which like is the opposite of going through the motions. And when you're present, you can really feel and hear and see like what's going on. I still really struggle with being present. I don't want to say really struggle, but I still do struggle. Um, but I feel like I'm like more present than I've ever been. Um, which is so crazy because yeah, sometimes you just feel like life will never change. Or you're just like in a pattern, you're in a cycle, or you're just whatever, you're just doing what you're doing, and you're like I said before, like this is life. And that's not true. Like, and I'm not like, I'm I want to be sensitive to like all different people who are in all different situations. And I know sometimes it really, it can feel like, and maybe it does have to be for a season, like this is what it is, unfortunately, like this is my life. But I do think that we all have the ability to like climb out of that. But yeah, I just want to be really careful with like me saying that, because gosh, like I've mentioned before, like the internet's insane, and I've seen so many stories of people, and just even just like what's happening in the world, and I don't even want to go there. So I don't even mean, I guess, on the grand scale like that, but um yeah, just I'll talk for myself personally, just like yeah, just of seasons I've been in where I don't know, I've just been like whatever, like obsessed with the idea of like finding someone to be with, or like yeah, just like obsessed with these ideas, or I don't know, it can, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense right now. I feel kind of crazy. I feel kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm just trying to focus more on my personal experience, because I don't want to like, I'm not being like weird and like I'm afraid to offend. Um because I'm kind of not, but I feel really like passionate about like being sensitive towards people and situations that are really hard. So I just want to say that. But um yeah, yeah, just recently I was just like realizing for myself, like, wow, I am in a relationship. It's wonderful, it's hard, but it's amazing, it's beautiful. Um, but like respectfully, like with all due respect, and I don't think he would get mad at me for saying this, but like I've come to a place now where it's like I love him so much. I want to be with him, but like I would also be okay on my own. And for me, that's like a huge growth area because I I think for so long just like idolized the idea of like finding someone and I don't know, like just like a man like coming in and swooping me up and saving me, and I learned the very hard way that that's not how it works. And if it has for you, beautiful, but just not my experience. Relationships, I think, are a lot harder than I thought they would be. Um, but I know for me, like I needed that. I needed, I needed it to be hard, honestly, because it just constantly reminded me, like, nope, like a man's not gonna like save you. Like a man's not gonna like take away your whatever feelings of inadequacy and self-worth and all this stuff. And I'm so grateful that I've almost like learned to love myself more through my relationship, which is crazy because I feel like you think, no, like you have to be single to love yourself. And I do think that is a part of it. And some people maybe it's easier for them to do while they're single. And it's so funny because I actually really thought that I like really loved myself until I got into a relationship and I was like, oh wait, no I don't, because I just want him to like love me. Like I wanted him to love me so much that it just encompassed, this sounds crazy, huh? Just like encompassed me having to love myself. Like it almost like pushed that like away. Like, you don't have to do that because someone else loves you so much more and loves all of you. And yeah, wow. That's kind of crazy. I'm still sweating so much, but that's just the way it's gonna be, huh? That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Um, dude, like this was not at all what I was gonna talk about. This is what I don't even. That's what I don't get about podcasting. Because it's like I actually did write a note today about what I wanted to talk about, and it wasn't anything I mentioned so far. So I'm like, mm, like what? Weird, crazy, weird. Um, I mean, I can obviously get to all that, but okay, I guess that was the little introduction. Real deep, real fast. Welcome. That's what this podcast is. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I feel like I have a lot of subscribers. Like it's really not a lot, but like I don't know. It's kind of a lot. I'm not going to say the number because it's really not a lot. It's kind of embarrassing, but I like look at it. I'm like, so yeah, so exciting, so cool. Again, episode 12, I believe, is me and Linda, the first part, and it has done really well. And I'm like really curious as to why. I'm like, was our conversation that good, or was it just like, because she's been posting a lot about it, so now it's like me and her are both posting, so maybe it's just gotten to more of our friends and people. I don't know. I don't know how algorithms. I don't know how algorithms work. I don't know how the internet works at all. It's a weird place. As Bo Burnham says, a little bit of everything all of the time. I need to watch that again, bro. What was it called? Inside? Not Inside Out. That's the movie. I think it was called Inside. Inside? I think. So good. If you're, I don't even know how to explain it, but like, dude, if you like some like deep thinking, you're gonna want to watch that. Amazing. Amazing, incredible, just out of this world. Seriously. But um I don't know what I was saying. If you're not watching, I did my makeup today. I feel pretty, even though it's sweating off of me. It's melting off. I have really big earrings on. My hair is curly. I got my little curtain bangs going on. Feeling beautiful, feeling cute, feeling cool, feeling pretty. My nails need to be done, but that's okay. And I'm wearing a super 90s shirt, right? Is that not? Yeah. I think this is 90s. It's like Malibu, light pink, baby pink. It's got the little lace on the edges. Um, I yeah, it felt really good to like get ready for the pod today actually. Usually I'll just be like whatever. But now that I'm like really trying to like take clips and put them on the internet, clips from the episodes, I'm like yeah, it might be nice to look cute. um yeah, so I originally was wearing, we gotta get into some body image stuff, it. Was originally wearing jean shorts with this top, but the ladies with the bellies know. As I sat down, it all just like squished up together and like roly poly, and it was really uncomfortable. I felt like just, yeah. I don't want to be so hard on myself, but I'm just gonna be honest. I really felt like a sausage casing, like just trying to squeeze it all in. It's like, oh, and it's like rolling over. Oh my god. And my boyfriend's like, yeah, you look fine. I'm like, no, but I don't. So, ooh, yeah, I've been struggling lately. I'm not gonna lie, struggle bussing. But, yeah. So I put on my cute little boxers, and listen, the rolls are still rolling, and they're gonna keep rolling, and that's okay. And I'm choosing to love them right now in this moment. I do love them sometimes, but when it feels like all like jumbled up, I don't love the way that feels. But yeah, do I want to say this? Do I want to say this? Do I want to say this? Mm. Just take a sip of my water and think about this for a second. Yeah, I guess I will. All right, yeah. So I started taking Kourtney Kardashian's Lemmy line, um, Lemmy Burn and Lemmy Curb. Number one, I'm just obsessed with the effing name. I'm obsessed with the effing names of each vitamin, and I'm obsessed with the effing packaging, and I'm kind of obsessed with effing her. Low key, low key, kind of obsessed with her. Wait, kind of obsessed. Low key, let me burn. Whatever, but dude, yeah, I'm just obsessed with it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. And you know what? People are gonna freaking judge me for this, but I trust her. Is that effing bizarre? I trust Kourtney Kardashian because I have followed her, I mean, basically I've followed the whole family since pretty much day one. But she has just really started this kind of all natural thing. Um, and just based on what I've seen and heard and watched, like she's really passionate about natural, I don't what is it called? Like homeopathic stuff. Um so I started taking them on Monday. It's Wednesday. Yeah, I'm recording the day before this is supposed to go out, so hopefully I have time to edit it and put it out. Woohoo! Um and I feel like it's working, but like hold the phone and don't like be like, I need to go get it. I mean, it's affordable, but I mean, I think, is it? Yeah, I got a bundle. Yeah. Um, cause I'm like, is it just like, what is it called? Placebo. I'm like, is it just that? Because, you know, I, I'm like taking the supplements while also like being intentional about like what I'm eating and how much and stuff. But I really do feel like it's kind of like curbed my appetite. I don't have as big as an appetite, which I'm really not used to. So it's actually been like but yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if I'm just like trying not to eat as much or if I actually like it's because of the pills. I don't know. I really think I really think it's them, but I'll update you guys somewhere somehow. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have talked about this yet. I'm not sure. Who cares? Literally, who cares? But it's been, yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying them. Um I've definitely noticed like I don't know, I just haven't been I really haven't been craving sweets, which is like really crazy for me cuz sweets are my thing. Sweets are my boo. So, yeah, I don't know, but then it's like when you like started like whatever, a diet or like eating better and it's like after the first few days you kind of stop craving those things. So I'm like, is it just like one of those kind of things? But at the same time, I feel like that never usually works for me. I'm like, I don't get when people are like, yeah, you like, once you start, like, it's just so easy to, and I'm like, no, not for me. Never has been. Literally never has been. And I'm not sure if it ever will be. But whatever. I'm not really craving sweets right now. And I'm just gonna lean into that bad boy until it's over. But, um, yeah, I did a workout video. I've been doing YouTube workout videos this week, so that's been great. And there are just like random people on YouTube, and there was one girl who actually really don't know her name, no clue. But she had these little like messages throughout the workouts, and um, it was like, oh, sorry, I just forgot to put my timer on. Do do do. She was like, work out because you love your body, not because you hate it. And I've heard that before, but I don't know. This time it really stuck with me, and I like wrote it on a little post-it, and I just keep thinking about it and really, really trying to like live in that reality. It's really hard for me. Um, because I really feel like my whole life I have dieted and exercised because I hate my body and myself, honestly, which is so sad. So, yeah, I've been just really trying to be intentional. And like, even when I'm working out, I'm like working out in front of the mirror and I'm just like trying to just look at myself and love my body. Um, and there was like a moment, I think only one so far, but like a moment where I was like, oh my gosh, I really am working out because I love my body, like, not because I hate it. And it was such an amazing moment that I couldn't even believe that that's really what I was feeling because I've never felt that before. So I'm just hoping that as I continue and just remind myself that, and it's like, I mean, it's an affirmation, and so I'm really trying to live in that truth because, yeah, I'm just done. I'm done. I'm done, like, hating my body, honestly. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely slipped in, because it's sad. I'll look at myself and be like, I'll be disgusted sometimes and just be like, oh my gosh, I need to work out. Like, oh my gosh. And that's so sad. Like, what? That's not cool. And if you're doing that, stop. Stop. For real. Like, it's not true. It's not right. Like, we are all incredible. Like, I really believe that. And dude, like, there's so much to be thankful for. Like, and I'm also trying to just get into that mentality of like, I get to do this, not like I have to or I should, or, and I know this is like not new. This is nothing new, and it's nothing I made up, and it's nothing really profound. But like for me right now, it is because these are all things that I've heard and people have told me, and you're just like, yeah, yeah, like it's not working for me. Like I don't, but I'm like, whoa, I feel like I'm in a season where it's like, it's finally like sinking in. It's like, like I get to move my body. Like that is such a blessing. Um, my head always goes here. I don't know why. I'm like, sometimes I'm not saying I feel guilty for like being like able-bodied, but like I feel like every time I think about something that I'm blessed to have, I'm like, but there's someone out there that like isn't blessed to have that. Yeah, I think it's just like, I don't think it's anything to feel guilty over, but I do think it's important to like be aware, of course, and like sensitive to the fact that not everyone has what you have. Um, but then, of course, like on the other end of that, there are people who have things that I wish I had and stuff. So, the circle of life. It's beautiful and messy and scary and crazy and yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whew. Wow. Okay. Well, guys, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, I guess. All right, I'm just looking at my notes to see what I'm working with here. Mhm. 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 Yes, yes, yes. I'm just kidding. I'm not even reading it. Me so weird. So weird. What do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? All right, should I continue on this kind of, yeah, yeah. All right, so listen. Okay. Okay. One of the things that has like frightened me about potentially like going viral, or I don't know if I get famous off of this podcast or whatever, is like people finding comments that I've left on Instagram. If you know me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I am a troll. Wow. Wow. That kind of hurts saying it out loud. I think I am though. I'm pretty sure I I think I am. I don't know. Maybe not as much anymore, but like I definitely used to be like, oh, bad, 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 bad. And I'm like sitting here saying like, be sensitive towards others, and like we're all so incredible. And then I'm like, like on the internet, I'm not like mean. I mean, I don't think it's mean, but like sometimes just this ish I see on the internet, I just will be like, why would you? Why would you? Why? And then it's like almost like when like you're talking face to face with someone and you like have the foot and mouth syndrome. You're like, why did I just say that? I have that on the internet, even though I have the ability to not comment and press post. It's like the same exact thing for me. It's really bizarre, but I will just like immediately just be like, what's going on in this video? Like post, or just just like, wait, what? Like, because I'm like truly baffled by some of the things that I see. And sometimes I try to make a little joke, try to be funny. I'm like the person that's like, I'm getting like thousands of likes on like comments that I've posted under like Instagram posts. So, it's so ridiculous. And I don't do it at all for like a way to get noticed or known. I mean, people that like your comments, they don't usually follow you or anything. It's just I feel like honestly the comment section on Instagram is like its own world. It almost can be its own social media, like for real. And it's been one of my favorite places to be on Instagram. And some people are ruthless and real rude, but like some people are hilarious. And I will like crack the F up at comments that people post. And like the comments will have like literally like 100,000 likes, and you're like, whoa, like that's crazy. Like not only does the post have 100,000 likes, and the comment in the post has 100,000 likes, like super meta. Freaking, what's that movie? I just ruined the joke. I was gonna try to say, I don't know what it's called. The one with Leo DiCaprio, Inception or whatever. Ugh, damn it. I was gonna say Instagramception, and it's not even funny, so it's not even funny. Um, but freaking bro. All right, so I'll be honest. I made a joke recently, and I'm talking in an accent because I feel embarrassed. I feel really, really ashamed, honestly. But I made a joke on someone's post, and I feel really, really bad about it, honestly. And it wasn't really funny because it was like, okay, there's like sirens happening. Immediately humbled. Nah, because how come I can't say this in a regular voice? Because I really feel embarrassed. So, yeah. I made a joke at like the expense of hurting someone's feelings, and it's like sometimes for me it does feel like it's almost like whoever's post it is usually like famous or something. So like for me the emotions in it, like it doesn't feel so direct, but the reality is it can be if the person sees it and you don't know who's looking at their comments or not. And I'm not going to say when I said, and I have deleted it. I have since deleted it, but yeah, it was like funny, but like not. And it's actually funny. The reason I ended up deleting it, and this is the real part about it, is that, well, people started commenting back on my comment. Were kind of mad that I said what I said. And ew, are you guys all gonna, nobody's gonna like me anymore. Fuck. Whatever. Um, damn. Whatever. This is dude. I can't be anything but real on this shiz. So Freaking, you know, it wasn't a lot of people. It was like literally two, and then I deleted it. Yeah, one woman was like, just not, she was whatever, just kind of like, no, like, why would you say that? And I don't know. And then I was like, dude, I was joking, like, it was a joke. And then, but then then I had to really like actually like ask myself, like, was it a joke though? Or was I trying to kind of be mean without being so mean? Which is like a whole nother subject, right? But then what happened next kind of wrecked me for like a week. Someone commented under my comment and they made fun of me. They made fun of how I looked and how I dressed. And I'm going to tell you what she said because I just want to be honest. She said, oh man, it still stings, still hurts, it still hurts. Ooh, it hurts, it hurts. Ugh. She said, ew. She called me Karen. Ew, Karen. You literally look like you're 50 and you dress like you're 15. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Dude. My immediate reaction was like, stupid. Like, that's ridiculous. If she, like, doesn't even know what she's talking about. And I thought it was all cool and fine, and I was like, whatever. Tell me how I couldn't stop thinking about what she said for days. And that's why I ended up deleting it because I was like, you know what? You know, what I said, I feel like it just kind of caused this negative thing. And I was like, I don't want that energy. I wish I never did that. Like, that's not like, I don't know, just no. So I deleted it. But I'm like sitting here thinking like her words can't affect me. I am confident in who I am. And then I found myself scrolling through my page, looking at photos of myself, zooming in, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh. I do look 50. And I do dress like I'm 15." And I'm just like seriously spiraling over this random person and what she said about me. So then it just like it really put things into perspective for me, honestly, because here I am, a nobody, getting a negative comment about myself, which that's like the first time that's ever happened to me. And just the one comment kind of sent me, and I was like, whoa. So, then I'm like, oh, I can only imagine what it's like for the person I commented on that, post, and just celebrities and people who have a lot of followers and a lot of people commenting different things. And I'm like, whoa, like, could I even handle it if I like got big, if I like had a lot of people watching me or whatever? And there was a moment where I was like, I don't know if I could, like, because that really hurt my feelings. And it triggered insecurities I already have. So I really had to like work through it. And it was actually kind of cool. And I'm actually really glad it happened because it ended up taking me to a place of like, no, I am confident. I'm beautiful. I am my age. I I believe I look my age. And I'm like, dude, and I love the way I dress. Like, it just like it brought me like full circle where I'm like, no, I am confident. Like I started to believe those lies a little about that, what that person was saying about me. And then I was like, nope, 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 nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Um, yeah, it was very interesting. Very, very interesting. And it's funny because I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking about the podcast that I watched, Nevermind, with Veronica and Kyle. And Veronica will sometimes, actually, like most episodes, kind of like mention a comment that someone made that was like kind of negative, and I'm like, oh, she definitely struggles with like just holding on to like the negative comments. And it's funny because I know that they get so many positive comments, and most people that are big on the internet like get a lot of positive comments, but it really is those negative ones that stick with you, which is really unfortunate. And I feel like that's just like life in general, and something that me and Linda, my friend Linda, who was on the podcast, like we've talked about. I don't think we talked about it on here, but like we both have talked about how, yeah, just like the negative stuff, and things that people said that they didn't even mean it negatively, but we took it that way in our lives, like just really stuck with us, and ended up like we ended up building this belief about ourselves based on like what someone said, like as that, like with that as a foundation, which is just so crazy. Um, so yeah, that's like a whole nother journey, right? Of just like putting away the lies and like believing new, beautiful, and true things about yourself. Um, so yeah, that was a little story time that I really did want to talk about, because I think there was obviously a lot of little important lessons in there. I definitely am not going to stop commenting. I think it's fun and funny, and but of course there's boundaries within that, and yeah, lesson learned for this gal. But I always like laugh because I'm like, if I ever get, if I do get big one day, if I ever get canceled, like it will 100% be because of like a comment that was found that I wrote. And I even was like, dude, how do you delete comment? Like, I mean, at this point, right? I don't know, I've had Instagram for so long. I'm like, I probably commented on so many things. And I'm like, can you ever delete that? Like, I have no idea. I haven't like researched it, but I have kind of thought like, should I look into that? But it's what it is. I am who I am, and I have done what I've done, and you live and you learn and you grow and you change when you gotta. And that's that on that. I'm laughing because every time I send my friend Amanda a Marco Polo, which is like an app where you can record videos back and forth, most of them I end with, and that's that on that. Like I'll talk about like 10 different things. I'd be like, and that's that on that. And she was like, you should end your podcast like that every time. So I'm like, I just did it naturally just now, but I'm like, yeah, that's good. um, I think you've heard enough from me, honestly. I don't even really know what I'm talking about mainly. So I hope you enjoyed it. Um, there's some other things that I had in my notes, but like I think it's just like enough from me, honestly. And I can save that for some other time. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good, 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 good stuff. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Maybe you want to share my video. I mean, I don't know if it's that great, but like, hey, maybe. Um, yeah, this has been such a fun journey of mine, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, keep going, babies. Keep going. Love you all. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.